Now we're cooking. It's the coach, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Dalvin Cook. He's back and coming off a big game a weekend ago, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Miami Dolphins. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they come in off a loss last time out, but overall they've been playing well. 6 wins and 8 prior to that defeat. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And this is a guy who cares totally about his team. He will do whatever it takes for a play to be successful and for his team to win. I've seen him become a lead blocker on running plays, even though I'm sure his coaches don't want him anywhere near that pile.
A first down throw for Winston. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. And here now a look at the Dolphins' offensive unit.
And I think the entire league benefited when Andrew Whitworth made the decision to come back for his 13th NFL season. Still one of the best offensive tackles in the game. 4 Pro Bowls, 2 times first-team All-Pro. He's now 10th among active players in the NFL in games started.
Now left side on the swing pass. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Winston. The connection made, it's Graham. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got one.
Again, it's Winston. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Ready?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Defensive starters, here they are for Cincinnati. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
So that one will be accepted.
Still second down.
So the penalty now moves it up. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll throw again. Winston. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Jameis again. And that will be incomplete.
Winston's pass intended for Isaiah McKenzie. Incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So here are the Bengals under first-year head coach Zach Taylor. They'll be led out by the 3rd quarterback taken back in April's draft, Dwayne Haskins out of Ohio State.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
Nifty move there on the run, but ultimately brought down at the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And, Charles, now we get our first look at this offense.
And one guy you have to look at in particular is Kyle Long. Can play guard or tackle with a nice degree of nastiness.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant.
That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. That'll be complete to Cook. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll be a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Haskins to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Stop your whining.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 20 carries, 81 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Haskins. And he finds Fitzgerald. And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Larry Fitzgerald, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now you got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's get out the field, defense.
Working out of the gun, Winston. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. 3rd and long for Winston. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty. But there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance?
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Demario Davis there on the stop. Throwing on second down. Haskins. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down. On first down, it's Haskins. A short throw caught by Andrews. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards.
Haskins on third down. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check 26, check 26.
They go play action now. Haskins. He'll find Metcalf. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
False start, offense.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Cook following the penalty. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Antoine Woods. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Dolphins nothing.
Right there, 56. Here we go.
On 2nd and 15 now. Haskins. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser able to record his 5th sack of the season. And Bengals on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and a mile. On play action. Haskins letting one go deep for the... And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jake Elliott on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. That time a 9-play drive, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down, Winston again. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. A first down throw for Winston. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines, but it'll be second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Getting set to go again, we get a peek at Larry Fitzgerald as he heads back out there now. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
From the 27, Haskins. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. And that is incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Randy Gregory. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Dolphins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Winston. The catch made by Miller. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On first down, it's Hines.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drip back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Draw play. This is Hines. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. From just shy of midfield, Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. This is Crowell on the catch. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. And Graham's got it, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Jameis again. And his throw is incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston, the quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That's how we do it.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Mike 51, Mike 51. I got you. Here we go. I got you.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. 3rd and goal, Winston. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Marr able to put this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field.
Personal foul.
I'm not sure what this is about.
Mask. Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Looking to throw, Haskins. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Byron Jones on the coverage.
Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. And this is incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Setting up the screen for Cook. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. First down, Winston. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll throw again. Winston. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. To the air again with Winston. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. The kick by Maher is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt, just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game, it was a rookie Dwayne Haskins showing why he felt too many teams passed on him in the first round. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
5 yards on the play. And it's third.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
False start, offense.
Isaiah Wynn with a penalty. The former first-round pick back in 2018. Give to Cook out of the gun. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Nathan Shepard in there to make the tackle.
A 5-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Ronnie Harrison on the tackle.
Check 55 to Mike.
And it brings up
third down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
The tackle
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And a look now at the game so far for Jameis Winston. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Jameis to throw it. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Working out of the gun, Winston. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Hey, watch it.
Play action. Haskins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. They run the counter with Cook. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They go play action with Haskins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. On the delay, here's Hines. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They run again with Hines. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See who can drive the bus here again on this drive. They got Colton Miller that time, the first-round pick from 2018. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now it's Haskins. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Haskins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. He won't go down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cook. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
56, check 56. Watch the run, watch the run.
Now Haskins on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Cincinnati.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now Cook running right. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Makes the score Bengals 21.
That time a 6-play drive, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Pettis once again the target, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Winston now. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Winston now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. The first down throw for Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McKenzie. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Jameis again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. To throw, Winston. And he's got Miller. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup, but they really want.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Carlos Dunlap, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Now Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now.
That's track.
Third and goal, Winston. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's fourth and goal. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on fourth and goal. Winston to throw for it on fourth. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. The run on fourth and goal from the 4 is stopped short, and the Bengals are going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Here's Haskins. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, first and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Now the Bengals on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. Here it's third and 3. Now Cook. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. Fourth down now. The false start backs him up 5, first and 15. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Ineligible receiver.
Well, let's see who this is on.
Offense.
That one on Kyle Long. Of course, the son of Hall of Famer Howie Long.
Still first down.
they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
It's a gain of 1 yard. And it's third down.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Winston readies the offense. Down by 15. 2:09 to play. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here. Starting with first. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Cameron Hayward in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. And an alley to run.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now a run with Cook. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
Haskins down to a knee, and his guys about to come away victorious. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Cincinnati, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.